flying Southwest Airlines to Las Vegas last weekend.
The only place you would fly Southwest Airlines,
yes,
by the way.
To Las Vegas for my friend Dan Finnerty's 40th birthday from the Dan Band.
Sure.
Great guy. Kathy and Jimmy, his lovely wife, flew me out there, put me up at the whole 9 yards. It was a great time. Tough part was the flight. Was sitting on an aisle with a woman who was also sitting across from me on the aisle, but her ass was so fat that when she was working the overhead compartment, she was pummeling me like a speed bag.
She presented the ass
with her
to
cheeks.
you.
Yeah. She was so big that when this was a little embarrassing, she couldn't get, you know how the armrest goes up and goes down and you can lift it up? To take off, you have to have the armrest down, even though that's a more dangerous fucking position if the plane catches on fire. It's just one more thing to crawl over trying to get out.
It's a hurdle to the window.
It's an FAA fucking regulation that the stupid thing has to be, a gate must be in front of you in case the plane goes up in flames.
All guillotines down before takeoff.
Yes, and I can will the plane to go up in flames or yell for Kool-Aid at 28,000 feet, as I've done before. But the point is she needed the thing to go down, and her ass was hanging into the aisle and her slopping over the side of the seat, and literally you could hear the sound of balloons rubbing together as they were trying to get like she was pulling her fat in to get the thing down. But the part that I heard that I found most fascinating is at a certain point, I was reading my Motor Trend magazine, but I saw her out of the corner of my eye with my hypervigilance trying to get that seatbelt together, and
she's got it maxed out.
Couldn't drive that golden spike. Could not get those babies to touch. If it was an electrical current, it wouldn't pass through those two ends. And finally, at a certain point, she gave what has to be the most embarrassing part of any fat person's day, which is, stewardess, I need the add-a-leaf to the belt. It's always Thanksgiving time at this table, you know. And so she said,
extension. She needs the clip-on.
She said, I need the clip-on extension for this. And now that's not the most interesting part. The most interesting thing I heard that flight was when she said it, the equally fat guy who was sitting just behind her, but also on the aisle, casually said, yeah, I could use one too. And I thought, he said it. Here's how he said it. He said it like we were over at, he said it like we were at Hooters, and the waitress came by and he said, give me a Miller Lite. And I went, yeah, grab me one too. As long as you're going to have another cold one, you know what? I thought about it.
Yeah.
Go ahead and toss
I wasn't going to put you out by sending you for a light beer, but as long as you're going to the fridge.
As long as you're heading to the fat-ass, morbidly obese part of the plane, where this bin of shame where these things must be kept, you know what? Just go ahead. And I thought, first off, what was his plan? Like, I was interesting. Do they travel in tandem?
Yeah.
Like, what does he do when the morbidly obese person is not in front of him asking first? It's nice because she's broken down the wall of shame.
Yeah, she's the pace car.
It's that sort of thing where someone goes, I've got herpes. And you go, yeah, me too. You know what I mean? Versus being the first person to make the proclamation. You know what I mean? You're sort of grandfathered in on their herpes.
You don't want to be the pioneer. You want to be grandfathered.
So she broached the fat ass, add a leaf to the seatbelt subject, and it was almost.
Do you think he sat behind her because Southwest unassigned seating?
I don't know, but it was funny because if she hadn't, like if Kate Moss was sitting in front of this guy,
he would have just died.
I guess. I mean, what would he have done?
I'll take death rather than be the pioneer.
He must have seen this window open that was like, holy shit, like a crackhead seeing an open window with a briefcase sitting on a passenger seat. Like, oh my God, here's my opportunity. And by the way, it's going to close immediately. So it was like, grab me one of those too.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's a fine use of coupling of how do we survive in nature? We look for those like us.
Right.
And we let them break the wall down and then we go right through.
And it was great. It was delivered in a tone of, I don't need it. I'm never going to use it. Yeah. I don't have a weight problem. But as long as you're heading to the fat guy bin.
Yeah.
Grab another one for me.
The accessories for those with no self-control.
You know what? I may put on 60 pounds during the course of the flight, eating several hundred bags of peanuts. You don't know. I know it's only a 46-minute flight, but I may balloon up over Baker.
In case I do. What's just save a trip?
Just go grab. I may drink 70 Heinekens and have 14,000 packets of peanuts. Just go ahead and grab that for me.
That's great.
You never know.